Okay, here's the second example for how to use the quadratic formula. First, you need to figure out how many solutions you have. You would hate to waste your time trying to come up with solutions when it's not possible. So we do have a quadratic in standard form because it's equal to 0. So a is 2, b is 4, c is -7. This would be a great time for you to pause the video and try to find the discriminant on your own. Once you found it, you could push play and check your work. So for our discriminant, we have b squared minus 4 times 2 times -7. So 16. And I have a negative times a negative, so I'm going to have plus. 4 times 2 is 8, times 7 is 56. And 16 plus 56 is 72. So my discriminant is a positive number, so I will have 2 solutions. Can we solve this by undoing the order of operations? No, because I have a b value. Can I solve this by just pulling out a greatest common factor? No, because the GCF is 1. Can I solve this with a factor box? Well, that means is 72 a perfect square? So what is the square root of 72? Well, 8 point something. So it's not a whole number, so 72 is not a perfect square. So a factor box is not going to work. The only way to solve this then is with the quadratic formula. So as we talked about in example 1, you can pick up from this step right here. You don't have to fill in all the individual pieces because you've actually done all of this work right here. Again, this would be a great time to pause the video, see if you can fill in the quadratic formula, see if you can split it, see if you can come up with 2 answers. And then push play and check your work. Okay, the quadratic formula starts with the opposite of b. So -4. Plus or minus the square root of the discriminant, 72, all divided by 2 times a. And then I have to split it because I need one version with addition and one version with subtraction. So -4 plus the square root of 72, all divided by 4. And -4 minus the square root of 72, all divided by 4. Then you would type those into your calculator, and we are going to be rounding to the thousandths place. So that means you'll have 3 decimal places in your answer. Make sure you group your entire numerator together. Oops, I don't want alpha. There we go. So I have, when I put in my square root symbol, I get a parenthesis, so I have to close that one. And I had to close the one to say I'm done with my numerator. Divide by 4. So I'm going to keep the first 3, but I need to look at the 4th one for rounding. So a 3 means round down, so I'm going to leave it how it is. So I have 1.121 is an approximate solution because I had to round that. And then if I want to do my subtraction version, I can bring up my last line of work, second, enter, we'll bring it up. I can scroll over, change my addition to subtraction, and push enter. So I've now got -3.121, and we're going to leave it as a 1 because the 3 would mean to round down. If you wanted to check this by just using the calculator and not graphing it, you can plug that in there. 2 times 1.121 squared plus 4 times 1.121 minus 7. Is it going to be exactly 0? No, probably not, because it's a rounded answer, but it's pretty close to 0. So there's the second example.